My name is Chris Lundgren, and I am one of the guides for the Winnipeg Police Museum and Historical Society. One of our best exhibits is on John Krafchenko. John Krafchenko migrated to Plum Coulee, Manitoba with his parents when he was a child and had a penchant for getting into trouble from the very beginning. His first crime was stealing 5 watches from a store down there, and then he got caught on a bike that he had stolen and was sent to a juvenile detention center, or the equivalent, that day. He robbed stores, banks, gaming houses around here. He traveled through the States. He did robberies and safe breakings down there, and then over to Europe. He traveled through Europe, again committing crimes there, and then returned here to Manitoba. He had accumulated a bit of cash from his previous robberies, and then him and some friends were going to go and rob the bank in Plum Coulee, Manitoba. He went down to Plum Coulee with 2 other guys. Unfortunately, the bank was closed that day, and he stayed. The other guys left. He went in and robbed it. While he was in there robbing the bank, the manager was the only person present in the Bank of Montreal there, and when he left, the manager took his gun and chased him down the street. Krafchenko turned and shot the bank manager. He then hid the body in some ash pile at the back and took off to Winnipeg. In Winnipeg, he again started hanging around with his friends. He was picked up for another offense here, and at that time he had 2 guns with him. He was locked up, he was released, and then it was ascertained that he was actually the person wanted for that murder. When they went back to catch him, they went early in the morning, surrounded the building, knocked on the door, and he was assuming somebody else was there, answered the door, and was faced with several handguns pointed at him. So he was arrested and detained in the Rupert Street station on the 2nd floor lockup. He was guarded by 2 officers daily, one inside the cell block with him and one on the outside of the door. And because they were together, they would talk constantly. Krafchenko, in all his storytelling, convinced one of the officers guarding him, a fellow by the name of Reed, that he had money and jewelry, and if he helped them escape, he would pay him handsomely. So a gun was smuggled into him, pulled the gun on the guards, both of them, locked them in a room, and then went out through a window. He tied this rope, it was a clothesline, and was going down the rope. The rope broke. John went down and he badly sprained his knees and one ankle. He got away from there. He got a ride from a citizen who had dropped off at a rooming house. The police were aware of the rooming house. They went and surrounded him, and he was arrested there and brought into custody. He was subsequently tried and convicted of the murder of the bank manager. He was hung on January the 4th, and that was the end of him. That's pretty much the story of John, but it's a long, drawn-out tale of adventure and misadventure, and a lot of it's available to be read or looked at.